All right, welcome boys and girls. So here's the problem. I'm going to show you how we're going to put this countertop on. See how it works. So this chair is too low, obviously. And my knees bump up against the cabinet front because it's not really a table; it's a cabinet. If I had a stool, it would be better, but still, my knees are in the way, so it doesn't work. So my thought is that if I extend this out, then my knees could fit under it. And it would be cool. Plus, I'd have a lot more room. I mean, I don't even have room for poor old Bart over there. So by making it a little bit bigger, I'll be able to move some stuff around. So let's get to it, shall we? All right. Pre-drilled 4 holes on here. I'm going to screw that down into the top, actually with a machine screw and a nut. I've opened up the top of it so that it'll sink down, so it'll be a smooth surface. So that's going to go there. It's going to butt right up against it, and that way, now I've got room for my legs, and I've got some extra. I've got around extra 8 inches on this side so I can move the computer out and have some room to work. Okay, so now I was looking at this and I said, well, what happens if I lean too hard on this one? This is going to want to pop up. Or what if I lean too hard on this one? It's going to want to pop up. I drilled 4 holes that exactly match up on this side. I've got 4 little dowels, exactly 4 inches. The mark here is 2 inches, so 2 inches would go into here, 2 inches would go into there, and then that'll hold the boards together. Now, typically we'd glue this with wood glue, but I'm thinking if I glued it, it might be hard to remove, and I thought if I just put them in without gluing them, it'll still give it the structural integrity that it needs. And then if I ever need to remove it, to move it to another classroom or whatever, I can just pull it apart. And if I glued it, well then, then it'll be set. So I'm going to insert these dowels into here. Top would move, but at least it's one unit, and it's going to be screwed down in 8 different locations, so that it's not going to be all over the place. So anyway, drill. Use a battery for it. Unscrews the 10. That's the size, and then the 1.5 inches is the length of it. So that's the 1.5 inches. It's going to go through the board, the top of the cabinet, and then finally a nut to go onto the bottom of it to hold it together. Drill a little hole with it in place, just so I can see where the hole is going to be. So I put the nut on the bottom, and I'm holding it just with my finger. Once I get it tight, my wrench, 3/8 inch wrench, that's perfect to fit the nut. And I'll hold it tight. faster than this thing, right? sitting up, if I'm on a stool, I got a big hole in it. So that's not really gonna work. I think I made them all. Today, it's kind of a Christmas. Oh, this is the one that I made into a, oh, it's that one right there. And I made this so that it would fit on the table because otherwise, you know, when you're at the table reading and stuff, it moves around, so that's too small. It shrunk a little bit in the wash. I think I'll leave that and I'll just buy another piece for this and I'll sew it and let it hang down to cover up this nastiness. It's 44 inches. It's 44 inches. And here we've got 39. Exactly 39. So 44 by 39 inches. Fabric in a yard by yard. So a yard is 3 feet, exactly 36 inches. So 1 yard would be right here, is 36, a little short. And I have to piece together a piece, but that's okay. I can just sew another thing on. Or maybe 2 yards. 2 yards would go this way, so 2 yards would be 6 feet. That would be out to here, and that would give enough to drape down and cover up the side. Dart here, so that when it's on here, it doesn't move around. And then I got to cut a hole for this thing, because this is where I've got the wire for my phone. That's where we got our music. Another port for the jack for the computer, if I need to use audio from the computer. Charging cable for my laptop. The presenter. So if I had a stool the size of a desk, right? Perfect posture, sit up straight, no slouching. So let's measure the desk. So the desk is exactly 29. If I couldn't find one like that, I'd have to make one. Because I can make it, you know, exactly the size that I need. And I can put a pad on it, sew some fabric to it, maybe even make matching fabric covers. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this process of getting our classroom ready to go.